There is a pattern, woven into everything you see. It shapes galaxies, petals, even the design of your body. For thousands of years it was known only to the initiated. They called it sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is the pattern language of nature, the way form grows and energy flows. Phi, the golden ratio, about 1.618, and its Fibonacci steps unfold in spirals of sunflower seeds and the nautilus alike. From petals to planetary storms, the same spiral repeats. Count the numbers, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, each new term born from the last two, expanding with graceful proportion. You see it in a nautilus shell, in the eye of a hurricane, and in the arms of a galaxy. Fractals echo this truth with self-similarity, leaf veins branching like rivers, Romanesco towers repeating their own shape, micro reflecting macro. Within this living code, circles begin to speak. The seed of life blooms, 6 around 1, breathing outward into the flower of life, a lattice of creation mapped in light and curve. Its geometry hints at harmony, growth, and the invisible scaffolding that guides the world we touch. From the flower emerges the fruit of life, 13 circles, connecting points to reveal Metatron's cube. Draw the lines and the Platonic solids appear. Tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, icosahedron, the elemental blueprints of matter. This same proportion whispers through crystal lattices, the helical turn of DNA, and the grand sweep of galaxies. Phi, Fibonacci, and fractals together form a universal grammar, nature's quiet instruction, translating unity into form, and form back into unity. In ancient Egypt, Thoth, the ibis-headed scribe, stood as a symbol of wisdom held in measure and rhythm. To seekers, he guarded keys to order, proportion, and harmony, the patterns by which meaning takes form. Not a doctrine, but a guardian idea, knowledge recorded in lines and circles. Artisans traced the seed of life, then the flower, then the lattice many now call Metatron's cube, simple moves that show how parts relate to a whole. Across history, motifs like the flower of life appear in various sites and traditions, a quiet reminder that pattern carries memory. Sacred geometry names the relationships, ratio, rhythm, symmetry, and the poise between stillness and motion. When reed meets papyrus, measure becomes meaning, proportions guiding art, architecture, and calendar alike. None of this requires grand claims. It simply reveals how order emerges through clear rules repeated with care, inviting the mind to align with harmony rather than chaos. Watch the sky write upon stone. Constellations arc as the horizon turns, and dawn unveils angles and bearings. The same grammar of proportion maps from heavens to ground, orientations, intervals, cycles. Geometry doesn't insist, it reveals. It encodes relationships, so builders, astronomers, and storytellers can share a common measure. At Giza, the dialogue is simple and profound. Time, light, and form meeting in precise conversation. To study these patterns is to inherit a timeless practice, seeking coherence in the world's design. Follow that practice forward, and what was once called sacred meets today's science, recurring patterns from crystals to galaxies, reminding us that harmony is not an accident, but a principle. From the mystical flower of life, a generative matrix of interlocking circles, unfold the seed of life, the vesica piscis, and the forms artisans echoed for ages, now read as geometry in action. From symbol to structure, those same constructions open into the 5 Platonic solids, the only bodies whose faces, edges, and angles match in perfect symmetry. Nature favors this order. Molecules pack as cubes and tetrahedra. Crystals grow by repeating geometric rules in a lattice, node by node. Measure them and recurring proportions appear, phi 1.618, and clean angular harmonies that optimize stability, flow, and beauty. Today, the sacred meets the scientific. In physics and math, we model orbitals and interference as elegant patterns. In design, we apply the same ratios to structures, circuits, and spaces. Phi and repeating symmetries surface in biomorphology, acoustics, and even code. Different fields, one language. The pattern endures, inviting us to build in tune with how reality organizes itself. The Great Pyramid speaks in measure, base to height, angle to arc, pure proportion aligned to the cardinal sky. Stone becomes a score, where light and shadow strike resonance. From classical Greece, architects refined harmony into plan. The Parthenon's colonnades step in measured modules, width to length, column to spacing, ratios you can feel as balance. In Gothic Europe, those same relationships rise into the air. Pointed arches and ribbed vaults guide forces and sound. Nave and transept plot a clear geometry underfoot. Then the rose window, circles within circles, petals nested by number, translates proportion into color and light. When a choir begins, arches focus their voices. When the sun turns, stained glass paints the grid in living chords. Geometry shapes what we hear and what we see. At the drafting table, mastery is simple tools, compass and straight edge, laying circles, dividing arcs, locating centers. The vesica sets a span, triangles fix a pitch. A measured line becomes a vault that carries song. Builders marked ratios in chalk and string, then raised them in timber and stone so that footsteps, candlelight and breath would all inhabit a coherent order. Step outside, and that order meets the sky. Plans align to sun and season, windows catch the hour, spires point the eye. Resonance is this harmony of matter, number and light. Architecture tuned to the music of the world. From the Renaissance, Leonardo's Vitruvian studies mapped the human body to cosmic proportion, while Kepler tuned the heavens into harmonies, the music of the spheres, hinting that beauty and law share the same design. Today, we rediscover that design in the language of science. Fractals repeat from fern to coastline, infinite detail unfolding from simple rules. Neural networks pulse in waves, strengthening geometric pathways as they learn. Patterns teaching machines to recognize pattern. Across data, Phi and the Fibonacci family appear in growth curves, markets, and products that feel naturally right in the hand. Nature's ergonomics guiding human design. What once lived in temples and manuscripts now glows on our screens, reminding us that order and wonder are not opposites, but partners. The more precisely we measure, the more often proportion returns, quietly pointing to a hidden coherence we can sense as much as calculate. On the grandest scale, galaxies braid into luminous filaments, a cosmic web that mirrors lightning, roots, and rivers. Equations for gravity and light sketch the same graceful arcs that ancient stargazers traced by eye. Symbols soften into star maps, and the sky answers with geometry. Phi becomes more than a number. It is a tendency toward balance, efficiency, and grace. Follow it, and tools feel intuitive, buildings breathe with their environments, and art seems alive. From neurons to nebulae, self-similarity invites us closer, a quiet invitation to look again and to recognize that the pattern is patient, waiting wherever curiosity meets attention. The geometry of life hides in plain sight. Street grids echo river deltas, and leaf veins branch like circuits. The same elegant pathways move light, water, traffic, and life. Your heart sketches it too. Each ECG pulse rises, falls, and returns, waves within waves, sending rhythm through breath and blood. That same harmony coils the DNA helix, instructions nested in spirals, repeating from cell to self. Follow the curve far enough, and it opens into a field of stars, patterns scaling up, signaling that life stays coherent when it moves with proportion, timing, and flow. Our bodies carry these measures, hands to forearms, face to height, simple ratios that reappear in shells, storms, and constellations. Human proportion on one side, celestial mapping on the other, both singing the same intervals. When we notice the pattern, attention aligns, noise settles, and creativity flows. Awareness becomes a tuning fork, bringing mind, heart, and world into quiet resonance. The universe speaks in pattern and proportion. Are you listening? Subscribe to Wisdom of Ages TV, where ancient truth meets modern mind.